We as the Sylvester Mashilo Foundation have a vision, a future equal society that is free of violence and supports the attainment of our potentials. In order to do this, we are creating a safer and better world for our children by supporting our communities through programs that build our boys, intentional parenting interventions, and holding men accountable to display compassionate manhood. We will achieve these ideals by changing mindsets through unlearning and learning. This is the problem we are trying to solve. South Africa is plagued by several systemic challenges that threaten its maturing democracy. One of these systemic challenges is the high levels of violent crime. The culture of violence has permeated the day-to-day life realities of many South Africans. While violent crime affects us all, there are those who are much more exposed to the devastating impacts of violence because of several vulnerabilities. These vulnerable groups include women, children, the elderly, the LGBTQI+ community, and others. It is the intention of the Sylvester Mashilo Foundation to proactively design, implement, monitor, and share learnings emanating from the Foundation's programmatic work. Over the next 3 years, as a foundation, we have 3 programmatic areas that are going to enable us to one day be able to say that indeed we have a future equal society that is free of violence and supports the attainment of our potentials. The first program is our Boys Mentorship program, a program that is aimed at boys between the ages of 8 to 16. However, we don't leave any boy behind. So we do have some boys who are younger than 8 and boys who are older than 16. And for these boys, we ensure that we have enough breakaways that are relevant for their age group and making sure that indeed these boys receive the necessary support to be able to grow up to be well-rounded boys who one day will be compassionate men. Our second program, which I'm going to focus a little bit more on, is our Fatherhood Network. And our third program is our Motherhood Network. So what is the Fatherhood Network? The Fatherhood Network takes place under the theme Iron Sharpens Iron. These are men who are working at one, bettering themselves. So for you to belong to the Fatherhood Network, you must one, commit to working on yourself as a man. What do we need to work on as men? There are many things that confront us as men. There are many challenges that confront us as men. This could be health, such as physical health, mental health, sexual and social health. All of these things are important for me as a man. Finances. How do finances affect us as men? How do we as men cope in a world where there is so much unemployment, there is so much loss of income, even for us men? What happens when today you get home and you tell your family that you are now unemployed? So how does provision, finances, all of that affect us as men? And it may affect us mentally, physically, sexually, and socially. So that's the first entry point into the Fatherhood Network, that as a man, you commit to just working on yourself. Secondly, can you pledge for a better South Africa? Can you pledge in line with our pledge as the Sylvester Mashilo Foundation that as men, we will not abuse power, rank, and privilege? If you pledge and stand with us on this pledge, then you are the type of men that we want within the Fatherhood Network. Thirdly, and we know that this is not every man who can do it, so it is not a condition for you to join the Fatherhood Network. But we would love to encourage as many men as possible to really be uncles to our boys. Who are these boys? These are boys who, in the majority, are raised by single mothers. But not all of them are being raised by single mothers. Not all of them are, but they all need a mentor. We all need a mentor. At each and every age and phase of our lives, we need a mentor for different things. So these are the three things that really make up the Fatherhood Network. Now, is the Fatherhood Network only for fathers? It definitely is not. The Fatherhood Network is for every man over the age of 21 who realizes and identifies that even if biologically you do not have any children, that you can indeed still play a father figure role, whether it be your sister's child or your cousin's child, your neighbor's child, whatever it is, you can play that father figure role. Because here's the frightening truth about it. Over 63% of children by the age of 18 in South Africa do not have an active biological father. And if you look at Black Africans, that number is over 70% of children who by the age of 18 do not have an active biological father. But we can all step in the gap. We can all make sure that these frightening stats that Stats SA has published, that indeed we can be able to put an end to a generation of fatherlessness. We can make sure that the Fatherhood Project is one that creates a new South Africa and creates a new generation of men through the boy child. So we hope that you will take up this call to join the Fatherhood Network. There are a few simple ways in which you can join the Fatherhood Network. You can WhatsApp this number 079 406 9494 and hashtag I'm in as a man. Or you can go onto our website, that is www.sylvestermashilo.co.za. You can also find us on Instagram as Sylvester Mashilo Foundation, or on Facebook or on Twitter, and whichever platform you will find us, and we'll be ready to walk a journey with you as a man under the theme Iron Sharpens Iron. This is the Sylvester Mashilo Foundation.
You are always